Oh my God, you guys, come and sit down and shut the door. Diddy is suing Netflix for $1 billion. Now, check this out. I don't know who his lawyers are because word on the street is Mark Agnafilio is very upset with Diddy for secretly taping him. This is all I got to say before we get into this story because I find it very hilarious. Diddy better pipe down. Diddy better pipe down because the word on the street is 50 got all the footage. And Netflix has been known to play dirty. And by dirty, I mean legal, baby. They're like, you better say that Uptown Boy stuff for somebody else. You play with us, baby. We going straight to the feds. Yes, we do talk. Yes, we do snitch. And yes, we will prosecute this to the fullest extent of the law. No, I'm actually really, really shocked that Diddy actually said he was suing. We'll get into this in 1 second. But the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, this actually tracks. And this makes perfect sense. Because here's the thing I think that Diddy's always been afraid of, my opinion. Diddy needs people to shut up. Many people have said many times that there were lots of people that had a lot of similar stories like the ones that were turned in court. And they were scared to come out. They were scared to go against Diddy. And according to the people that have been his victims or know the victims, they're saying without Diddy's muscle, without his power, without his pull, without him literally flexing to keep people quiet. Well, what do you have? You have a man that admitted that he's been high off of everybody's supply for the last 15 or 25 years. A lot of things can happen. Maybe he can use this excuse he doesn't remember. But I think this billion-dollar lawsuit, besides Diddy going cash poor and his kids not having any sort of income, as far as I can see outside of Snapchat and stuff, and that's no shade because I'm on YouTube, right? Then again, my daddy ain't a billionaire that could have helped me set up a business and do what I wanted. But at the end of the day, I decided just to coax off his name because it seems like my daddy is an egomaniac and is jealous of all the talents that is innate in his children. And every time his children tried to make a come up, he found a way to sabotage that so his kids could always be under his thumb. Yeah, he provided for him, but they were assets that have pushed up his image and his thing. And he used them to get money. Who said that? Oh, I guess that was me, in my opinion. Anyway, I think that's why Diddy is filing the lawsuit. 2 reasons. He needs some money. He thinks he can go after Netflix. He wants to make sure there's not a part 2 because 50 was sitting there kikiing and laughing. He wants to make sure, I think, that there's not a part 2. And more importantly, I feel like he needs to send a message to everybody that they better keep their mouth shut. Because the people close to Diddy say that there are a lot, and I mean a lot of truths that could be told. Anyway, let's get into this. They said, this is from Media Takeout. Now, I know what y'all saying, Media Takeout, but can I just say, Media Takeout's been knowing. They've been getting a lot of stuff right in the last couple of weeks. They said exclusive. Diddy and family launching a $1 billion lawsuit against Netflix. Now, let me tell you something. Netflix just bought Warner Brothers. Netflix got a legal team that literally, they don't play. Netflix, I 100% believe, fully vetted this doc. I think that's probably why it took so long to get out. Baby, it is iron-proof. It is bulletproof. But I don't mean that Diddy's not going to try, because isn't that what Diddy does with everything? He tries to scare people off from suing him. Ain't that what his team's been doing for the last 10 years? Anyway. My opinion. They said Media Takeout has learned that Sean Diddy Combs and several members of his family have lawyered all the way up. And not just any attorneys. We're told they've hired the largest, most powerful law firms in the United States to launch what insiders are calling the biggest defamation lawsuit in U.S. history. And the target is Netflix. First of all, let me just say this. Netflix can 100% outspend Diddy. Second of all, you notice he didn't say Mark Agnafilio. So maybe those rumors that TMZ started about Mark Agnafilio being highly upset with Diddy secretly recording him and the whole legal team, maybe there's something to it. On top of that, because you said some of the most powerful law firms in the United States. Is Diddy really spending his last pennies on this? I guess. Go, Gadget, go. Anyway, right? They said the 4-part Netflix docuseries executive produced by 50 Cent, currently the number one most watched show on the platform. With more than 25 million views so far, they expect to get to 900 million by the end of the month. It's packed with new disturbing allegations about Diddy's behavior. Now, you guys know the series. I'm in the series. It includes claims that Diddy abused multiple women, Diddy assaulted male employees, Diddy forced Biggie Small's family to pay for his funeral, and Diddy physically abused his elderly mother, Janet Combs. They said all claims had struck like lightning across the internet. But now, the people closest to his story are coming forward, and they're pushing back hard. Now, let me just stop this right now and say, was I not the first person when I saw Janice Combs and when I saw Misa's thing say, oh, they trying to set up to see how they can get Netflix and sue. Now, I do not know if Misa is involved in the lawsuit, but 100% I can believe that Janice Combs and the kids are involved in the lawsuit. But we're going to have to wait to get the actual lawsuit because I want to see it. They said Media Takeout was directly contacted by representatives for the notorious Biggs estate, who flat out denied the documentary's claim that Diddy made Biggs' family cover funeral costs. Now, hear me out on this. I believe it's Wayne Barrows. Wayne Barrows used to be, I think, a producer for Diddy that was put on Biggs' album. And then Wayne Barrows became Biggie's manager. But again, bad boy. Then Wayne Barrows somehow started working with Valletta Wallace about as the merchandiser person for Biggie's estate, right? And then somehow, while Valletta Wallace was in a hospice and passing away, he orchestrated this huge deal. She passed away. He told us about it. Now, mind you, in the documentary, they said that Diddy liked to change contracts, after they were signed. I don't doubt that at all. But can we also just point out the fact of, Wayne Barrows is saying this, but did he do an affidavit? Is he part of the lawsuit? Because at the end of the day, Kurt Burrows says he has handwritten letters. And I know for a fact that they had to file taxes. And the IRS takes your taxes forever. So it'll be very, very easy to see if that was true or not. Okay? So Biggie's estate speaks up and they're calling cap. Again, this is Wayne Barrows, I believe. He is, and the fact that he is defending Diddy, you obviously love that man. I'm just saying. Now they're saying that Media, and you know that Valletta Wallace had a very low opinion of Diddy. I don't understand this rebrand that this guy Wayne Barrows is trying to do, because Valletta Wallace, in her own words, had a very low opinion of Diddy. So what are we really doing? Anyway, what else are they saying? They are saying that we also contacted Janice Combs representatives who say the allegation that Diddy ever abused him is 100% untrue. But again, haven't Diddy's mom stood by him through a lot? And let me just say this. Maybe she's telling the truth, but I don't think somebody's mama saying something that's 100% untrue when you are in $1 billion lawsuit. I ain't believing your mama. That's just me. But it will come out in the wash. They said they called the story deeply hurtful and fabricated. Deeply hurtful. $1 billion hurtful? More hurtful than hearing that your son, like man juice, like after he got done beating his girlfriend, literally like the man juice spread on his chest so he could go to sleep like that? More hurtful than hearing your son was dressed butt naked in a burqa from the neck up? More hurtful saying that he was cruising for dates on the show Gigolo and ordering escorts but trying to lowball them? More hurtful than hearing he was naked with a hat and a bandana around his face? Probably trying to channel Tupac. I know Tupac was in heaven saying, oh Lord, Jesus, make it stop now. More hurtful than that? Okay. Get this. Diddy's team also issued strong denials, insisting the doc contains numerous false claims, exaggerated stories, and misleading interviews designed to destroy his reputation at the exact moment he's fighting for his freedom. Here's the thing that I'm a bit confused about. Is it true or not? And if it's not, again, you got the defamation lawsuit. Let's see what happens, because I'm sure once he's done with the defamation lawsuit, he is going to try to actually sue people that were in the documentary. Wouldn't you know it, right? I don't think this is going to go anywhere, but just listen to this. So anyway, They said, according to sources, one insider told us this documentary was made to assassinate his character. It isn't journalism, it's entertainment. Can I just say this? I think it was entertaining journalism. What's wrong with that? The man that Anyway, you know what? The man that literally, by his own words, was the dirtiest of the dirtiest people planting stories and all that. Now you want to talk about journalism? Shut up. The lawsuit, $1 billion and growing. According to sources, Diddy's family intends to file at least a $1 billion in damages, potentially more if Netflix does not retract certain claims. If filed, this would surpass the previous largest known defamation lawsuit, the $750 million Fox News payout over 2020 election misinformation. They said this is going to get extremely messy. They said Netflix 100% stands by the series. They told Diddy, if you don't get the F out of our face, boy, move your narrow head out the way so we can make part 2. 50 Cent is already trolling on social media, and Diddy's family, they're preparing for all-out legal war. With reputations, legacies, and $1 billion on the line, this is shaping up to be one of the biggest courtroom showdowns of the decade. I have a question with Diddy, because he still thinks he runs this city. We sent the cops, the DA, the feds to go. I run this city. Sending the cops, the DA, the feds to come get me, which was written by Jay-Z and 50 Cent, ironically. Diddy's hardest line. How long did it take him to learn that? Because it took him like 7 months to learn 7 lines in the documentary. How long did it take Diddy to learn that? I will say this. Why are they acting like 50 can't troll? Why are they acting like after the documentary is out, he can't laugh and make jokes? The whole internet has been clowning Diddy more than anything. So I'm very, very, very confused at how Diddy still thinks he is a king among men. Remember in the documentary where he was sitting next to Little Rod and he said the only man he could ever compare himself to was either God or Jesus, because that's the only man that could ever come close to seeing him? Yeah. Anyway, I hope this God and Jesus he speaks of is in the courtroom when he goes up against Netflix, because Netflix is saying they don't think he has a pot to they don't think that he has anything, and they are going to push forward. And they said that he better pipe down, because whoever has that footage, he just better hope the Southern District of New York don't. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.